Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. Going for a face shave today. I'm going to be using a soap which just recently arrived in the den. I did do an unboxing. Hopefully the unboxing will go up before this video, but I'm not quite sure. As you can see, I am a little bit baggy under the eyes. I'm absolutely knackered. I'm not sleeping well. I'm really struggling actually, so I might end up at the doctor's again trying to get some help with that. I just can't seem to get my head down and keep it down. Anyway, the soap is Troll by Gron. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I think that's how it's pronounced, I don't know. And the scent on the bottom here is Bergamot and Grape. The ingredients list is there. Now there's actually a few numbers and stuff in this one, so I'm not quite sure what's what. They may all be good for you, they may not be good for you, I'm not 100% sure. Shaving soap with a fresh blend of citrus, jojoba oils and coconut milk gives moisture and softens the skin. Store at normal room temperature. Now the scent on it is superb. It's brand new. I was actually quite amazed how small the tin is, and then the cram, that much soap in it, it's like you can't even get the lid all the way down. But it's got a lovely scent. Now I've used this soap before and I can't quite put my finger on it what brand it was. It smelled very similar to this, but it's very fresh, very citrusy. Now in my rotation, this is the next brush in the rotation. I don't know how well this is going to do with it because it's a very hard soap. This is one of my floppiest brushes, there's like no backbone in it. When you squeeze it together, you can see it looks quite big there, but when you squeeze it together, it almost disappears. It's not very dense, but it is a very, very nice knot. So without further ado, wet brush, dry soap. Yeah, my arm's getting better in terms of the pain, not so much where the break is. I can still feel that every time I twist my wrist. But my wrist and my actual elbow, I've almost got full mobility back in them. I've got nowhere near full strength in them, but I've almost got all my mobility back, which is nice because that's what I've really been struggling with that as well. Slowly. I think, in all honesty, I think the scent will come back to me. I will remember the soap that it smells like. Just can't quite put my finger on it right now. Now these are made in Sweden. I'm not sure whether they're still produced, but I'm assuming they are, considering this is brand new. And this one was sent to me along with a Shaving Witch soap from Johan over at Shaving Butcher. His parcel, which I sent, arrived yesterday, I think it was. Yeah, yesterday. Which is a bit odd, because yesterday was Monday. There's very few places in the world still get mail on a Sunday, I think. I'm having to load this for quite a long time because I don't know whether I'm getting enough soap in the brush. I might stick with that. That looks like I might have enough through the knot. I'm not 100% sure, obviously. I've never used this soap before. First time ever using it. I'm going to be using my usual lathering technique, so it's going to take me about 3.5 hours to do a lather. Someone actually posted my lather video on a forum, I think it was Reddit, saying they found it and realised that they hadn't been lathering correctly for the last 4 years. That's not what it was for. It was just basically to give people that maybe struggle to lather somewhere to start and find their own way with it. Right, I'm just going to lay the soap to the side for the moment. I may need to go back. I'm not 100% sure how this is going to lather. I don't even honestly think I've ever seen this used on YouTube. I can't even remember seeing Shaving Butcher use it. He probably has, and it's probably went over my head. I'm doing a cold water shave, which is mainly lukewarm water, because at the moment the weather, I don't think we've had a day under 30 for the last sort of week and a half. Well, that's definitely enough soap in the brush, I think, so I'm just going to dip the tips. start painting the water in. Scent strength off the well, I say it is a puck of soap inside a tin. Off the puck, it's around about a 4 or 5. It's got good scent strength, and right now I'm smelling it really easily, so I would say it sits around about a 4 or 5 again on your face. And again. So yeah, there was a few people, I never seen the post on Reddit, but a few people were whinging and moaning at the length of time it takes. At the end of the day, I can do this lather off camera pretty quick, but I enjoy doing it. I take my time with it. It's a personal preference. But no matter what, no matter how long you do, as long as you do it, follow it reasonably closely, you'll end up with a shit hot lather, and people can't complain about that. I set enough time generally aside for my shaves, unless I'm going to work where it's a bit more of a rush. So just constantly dipping the tips. Whenever the brush disappears off my face, it's going in the water, and then back on my face to paint it on, and we're almost there. All I'm looking for is pretty much that everywhere. You can see there, there's a shit ton of shine on that lather. So I'll probably dip it, it probably needs 2 more dips, a double dipper. And then I'll spray the brush. So as you can see, it's starting to become translucent all over. 1 more dip, that's a big one. I can spray the brush and hopefully watch it grow. I'm flicking this all on my ear. Now the way I do this lather, generally, I don't really need to add too much more water, but because this soap's a complete unknown to me, I don't know how well it's going to lather at all. It's definitely going to need some more water. Drip it directly into the knot. And again. And again. See the shine on that. That's a pretty shit hot lather. Look at the gloss on that. It really is excellent. Right, the brush for today. The brush for today? The razor for today, what are you talking about? The carved Christopher Bradley razor in aluminium again. I'm really favouring the aluminium, believe it or not. I do like the look of the stainless, I love the weight of it, but this just shaves better for me. I get more control with it. does the exact same shave pretty much, but I just have more control over the pressure because it is so light. I've got a second use Voscod in here. I don't know how well that's going to do either. I've been struggling with my blade choice lately, so hopefully we get a good shave. I've got about 3 or 4 days growth, and here we go. I can tell you right now, that blade's coming straight out. That's tuggy as all hell. Let's go. Let's try an Asco. These are single wrapped, but they don't have any glue from memory, which is a big bonus. Yeah, no glue. Nice, turn that round. Nice clean blade. Come on. Is that focusing? There we go. You can sort of see it. I'm just too tired to fanny about with it anymore. Relatively sharp blades. Let's see if this feels any better. C plate today as well, so it's 0.85 blade gap. Actually, to be honest with you, it doesn't feel much different to the Voscod. Maybe I'm just feeling so shit that it feels shit. So the parcel I sent to Johan from Shaving Butcher actually arrived later than his did, and he sent his, I think it was about 4 or 5 days after I sent mine. This lather's really nice. You can see the, obviously got hair in it now, but look at the gloss on it. It's very dense. For whatever reason, the blade feels brand new and smooth and lovely now. I don't know why. I don't know what's happened there. I'm just going to empty the sink out though because it's full of hair. And it's got excellent residual slickness. Really, really good. It's definitely as good as most things. There's obviously a few at the moment that I use that seem to be the elites. Even Mitchell's Roll Fat is pretty much my number one now, I think, in terms of post shave, actual shave, slickness, residual slickness, lather density. Nice. Have some lather density. This feels like painting silk on your face. Quality shaving soap. Not so quality labels. You can just see there, it's not waterproof or water resistant. Now, as I'm not heading on that track, but I sort of am, the eco-friendly route I'm trying to get there. All these labels that are waterproof, water resistant, everything must have a form, or I would imagine have either a synthetic coating on them, a plastic, something like that to make them non-absorbent to water. So that technically, I think, other than the glue that's sticking it down, probably is more eco-friendly. But it looks like shit when it gets wet, so you need to keep an eye on it, I suppose. And so far, the blade and razor seem to be quite a good combo. I'm pretty sure I've used an Asco in this car before. I've used pretty much every blade in the car. Oh, this slickness is excellent. The scent is still there, and it still smells as strong as it did the moment I smelled it out of the tin. So it's definitely good scent strength. But this ladder is really feels soft, but dense. It's like I don't know. Runts always gives them Cool Whip and cream cheese and all that crap. But that one's a little bit thinner. It's not a problem. I could actually add more water and build it again, but I only want the slickness now. Extremely slick. The protection feels great. I know it's good soap, I know it's slick soap and protective, when I can shave against the grain on the sides there and I don't actually feel the blade cutting. Got a little weeper. In fact, that's not a weeper, that's that bloody, right there, you can't really see it now, that's where that ingrown was. Well, I think it was an ingrown. I didn't actually end up getting any hair out of it, so I'm not 100% sure. Right, I'm just going to rinse off. I think the post shave's going to be nice as well. It's certainly a lovely scent for this time of year. It's very zingy. Doesn't get much better than that in terms of overall shade. It's superb, and it sort of highlights the fact that, albeit that nature's low fat, no Bolota, Barrister, Man, Excelsior, Talon, Steel, Face Fat, all these soaps, they're secret artisan at the moment. Most of them get you to the same place, just sometimes the journey's a little bit different. But I think the post shave on this is going to be lovely. I'm just going to rinse out the soap. Now there's a label in the bottom of this tub as well, so obviously I'm soaking that right now. So we'll see how it holds up. I don't personally think it's going to hold up very well. I think it's going to get absolutely smashed. Because you can see the numbers starting to fade off it. That might have been like that when I first started to shave, so I'm not sure. Yeah, it's a lovely scent, it's really nice. Yeah, I don't think the real label is waterproof either, or water resistant. You know, I opened that up a little bit there, but it looks like it's stopped. That's a pretty clean shave. Didn't lose any hairs in this knot either, I don't know if you noticed. I'll be going back to the Simpson probably tomorrow or the day after. Use it for my head shave. See how many more hairs I lose, if I do. I've combed it, I've washed it with shampoo and conditioner. I've then washed it with shampoo again to take most of the conditioner out. And I've rinsed it, and then I've dried it. Once it's bone dry, I've given it a real good brush with a fine tooth and then a wide tooth comb. Probably doing all the wrong things. I'm just trying to eradicate all the hairs that are loose and not holding in very well. The problem is, I get to a point with that brush, when it's dry, that I brush it, I get maybe 10-15 hairs out, no problem. Then nothing comes out, can't get another hair out of it. Brush, 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 nothing. I'm thinking, beauty, it's done. Put it back on the shelf, come back to it the next day, brush it again, and another 10-15 hairs come out. I cannot put my finger on it, I really can't. How does that make sense? It's not any different, it's well ventilated, it's not in a hot place, that cupboard's really cool. I don't get it. Codex Beauty Super Skin Food. Skin Superfood. They're pretty nice, these little bottles, but what I will say, my wife noticed it as well. We're sort of using this and trialling it and seeing how we find it. My wife uses this one, I don't use this one. This is the oil. So she gets it out after the shower, puts it on, and then goes to the cream that she uses, which is the day cream. This one. Now, when your hands are covered in oil, I know you should tell them off, but they're covered in oil, you can't, I mean, that's got oil on it from my wife using it, you can't get that lid off. It's a bit of a nightmare. They're really tight. This one isn't too bad because it's not covered in oil because my wife doesn't use it. But yeah, and it's metered pumps, which I like, sort of metered, sort of one pump. That there pretty much does my whole face. And believe it or not, these products, that's absorbed already. They don't leave my skin feeling greasy. My skin sort of, once I've shaved it, I don't know what everyone else is like, but it almost sort of sweats for 3 or 4 hours after the shave. Now for whatever reason, this skin food, I haven't used any other products for my face, seems to keep your skin dry but moisturised. Doesn't allow my skin to, so obviously allows it to weep or whatever it does. Oh, that's a fantastic shave. It really is. But it's excellent products. The only thing is they're expensive, and it's not specifically made for after shaving. I'll see what it says on here. A hydrating and nourishing treatment cream for face, hands and body made with our unique biocomplex herbal formula. This cream helps treat dry, flaky or irritated skin and leaves it silky smooth. I can certainly testify to silky smooth. It definitely leaves it moisturised and everything. I don't have dry skin, but I use this after a shave because obviously your shave does get stuck into your skin a little bit. Even if it's a very good shave like this was, you're going to have a little bit of irritation, a little bit, you're dragging a blade over your skin. Whether your skin's like old leather, it doesn't really matter, you're still going to cause some sort of damage to it. So this helps sort of build that back up. Whether I continue using it all the way through until this bottle's finished, I don't know, but I most likely will, because I really enjoy it. It's nice and simple. The scent of it, the scent on all the Codex products smell lovely right out of the tube, but when you actually get them on your face, so we use a scrub in the shower, which is absolutely brilliant. It really softens your skin, it leaves a lovely feeling, but the smell is like an oily smell, like oil, not like vegetable oil or deep fat fried oil, just an oily sort of smell to it. It loses its scent, its actual scented scent quite easily. But other than that, it's a really, really good product, and I'm going to continue using it, get some feedback to the lady that owns the company or is part of the company and see what she thinks. But there's a few little things that we've picked up on that for us as everyday people, not your posh people that have all day to do stuff, aren't the best. But yeah, it's been done and dusted. Troll from Gron Lycka. Is that focusing? Come on. I think it isn't. There we go. Troll from Gron Lycka. Organic shaving soap. I'm pretty sure, I'll just double check. This is a vegan formula or vegetal formula. Yep. I don't think it's got any tallow in it. It's got no animal products in there at all, I don't think. I did get a bit confused with milk powder before, but it was coconut milk powder. My turn and shave 20, I think this is a 25mm angel hair knot. It's a beautiful knot, it really is. It's got a bump here over here which annoys me in the actual knot itself, but you can't really see it. It's actually, you can possibly see those hairs sticking out a little bit. Can you see them sticking out? That's just a little imperfection in the knot at the base of the knot, at the top of the base. But it's a beautiful knot. It's lovely to work with, really soft, really, really nice. I've already looked at that, what are you playing at? The carve Christopher Bradley razor in aluminium. C-plate 0.85 blade gap with a brand new Asco blade. Man, what a cracking shave I got from it. And finished off with Codex Beauty Skin Superfood, which is another cracking product. Really, really happy. Oh yeah, the blade, that was the blade there. Well, I've got the pack out, I suppose I should show you. It's bloody that way. Asco. And other than that, stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.